Alright guys, welcome back to the Idle Adventure video. Escanor has just now been added towards the hero summon. It's been 1 month since his release. So many will be following him in towards the banner next month essentially, so we might be back for that one, although I might save it for like the next time we get like a big festival, which might be the DCO. That's one thing, it will be the next festival. Honestly, really want to jump towards like another Sin character and release like Harlequin, like the actual adult version of King, or maybe even like a Gopher. Now we've already gone Gopher, so maybe like Pirate Barn. You know what we're gonna do, right? But let's just jump in because we have 250k tickets here. In terms of where he is right now for summons, hope we get him so we can showcase you lot. But he is pretty much... Gluxine is good though. Pretty much anyone from the actual Grand Summon banner though. But it's gonna feel a bit weird because we... That's good too. We spent so much diamonds and time on the actual Grand Summon one. To go back to this banner is a little bit disappointing because you're not gonna get... You're lucky, I guess, to get one actual legendary character per like 300 tickets basically, but so far decent luck there to get like the actual like newer characters. Like I said, we want to see just basically everyone from the actual Grand Summon to get those duped out because they are a little bit the newer characters, a little bit lower dupe level. Not so much Zeldris. Escanor, like I said, we have to get 12, which I don't think we're gonna get. But you know what? Last time we did this, I don't know if it was last time. I think it was Infinity Merlin. We got quite a few. I think we got 3 or 4. And like a few Jerichos too, so that was quite nice. And then we also got like, I think I pulled Elizabeth a lot of times. Okay, so they're all maxed out. Oh, okay, there we go. First 2 in 1 day was Escanor and Escanor's already maxed out. We're not maxed out. I think we still need to get dupes for the actual, you know, Awakening. You don't need King. But that's gonna. But that was a very dry streak there. I probably just cut out like 10 summons of just absolutely nothing. Alright, but I guess what we could do now is talk about the future characters, right? Because we kind of brought it up with, obviously, the DCL. But I think now, this what kind of annoyed a little bit with Galan, just because I feel like we were kind of past the point now of getting the coin shop commandments. Like I said, I didn't really mind the Galan because he is, it's not like a really, just like a black cloth, like how Draw and Gluxinia are. I guess they look alright a little bit. But Galan looks sort of more acceptable just because he is like a massive armor. So having a black and red, like, trim on the armor looks a lot better, which is kind of funny because I think design-wise he looked the best, but he was probably the worst of the actual 4 of the commandments we did get, right? But I think now, other than Fraudrin, I think he might force the Fraudrin. I think now we're at a good point to start getting some really... Oh, Infinity Merlin, 3-1 as well. Another 3-1 back-to-back. Unfortunately, I can't use any of them. But now we should be at a point in the game where we start to get some of the big characters, right? To be fair, I just saw Lilia there, right? I wonder if we get an OC character in 2 weeks. I keep thinking like Grand Cross and Idol could do something really cool where they race a character like alongside each other, like that's a joint, no collaboration, but we just both get the same character. They're literally getting the Swimsuit Eastern, and I'm still coping a little bit because I still want a swimsuit character in our game. Okay, now we actually got Melee again because we know he's under-leveled. Mon Speed, I've actually been very lucky with. Just a lot of things I've been doing, or I'm being summoned for the Grand Summon banner. He's a lot higher because he's one of the newer characters than most of, I guess, my newer characters, right? So it's kind of nice. But yeah, we can start getting some new characters. Like, once again, the scene Escanor in the game was so sick. It's like a new model because it's not just a reskin or redesigned outfit, which I don't mind for some characters, but it is cool to see a new model. Assault Melee, once again, surprised me. He looks sick in game, and his little stance is very, very cool. And then also, now that we're kind of, I guess, if anything, towards the Holy War characters, I can't imagine, and I said that with, obviously, Assault Melee and Escanor, but like, now we're getting to the point where, like, okay, Chandler, Cusack, Jericho's really sick though. Getting those two we really cool in the game. You know, there's still that possibility of getting characters that we haven't gotten on Grand Cross. I think the original demon is kind of one of them. He's kind of a boss fight. Maybe they make that into a boss fight in our game. I guess it will be at one point in the story, so he will be technically playable. Another Gluxinia is sick. But yeah, we kind of still are waiting to see what happens with like Gopher if we get the 10 Commandment version, which is him in his like little pink outfit. I got excited for Berserk Melee, but I forgot we have them maxed out. But yeah, the actual... Yo, okay, we're getting quite a few Gluxinia, which is quite nice. But yeah, the actual 10 Commandment Gopher, the one, once again, the actual Gopher, like that we're used to, not the demon one, the one we has that pink outfit on, right? He's a weird situation on Grand Cross. I think from what we heard from the JP players is that it's an outfit exclusive towards JP play. Another Gluxinia is crazy. It's exclusive towards JP, and the only way you got it is if you bought the Blu-rays. So, there's no artwork for it, so that's probably why we don't get it. But hey, maybe, you know, maybe Grand Cross or Idol Adventure makes a new one just for it, because it'd probably be usable somewhere. Of course, Wheelchair Gopher, I think it might be more likely to be playable. If you don't know the reason behind Wheelchair Gopher or Demon Gopher, is because the voice actor passed away. So that's kind of why people think he's not going to become playable in Grand Cross, because the game needs a voice actor. Where for our game, we kind of don't, right? So they don't need to sell the likeness of the character, or at least the person who actually passed away, which could be something they could do in our game. And of course, I think what everyone's waiting for, which is, what's good, kind of surprising it took them this long in a way, and that is the Archangels. I wonder if they come with something new, because I feel like the DCL has to be a festival. Grand Cross, when they did it, they chose to do the female version, Margaret, which was at a later date, so it made sense. So I don't see them doing female Luducia Margaret as a festival for us. More likely just a normal character. We do love that melee. And then with the introductions of like the first Archangel, do Luduciel, because he's going to have a Grace. How is Grace going to work in our game? It could be something that I think a lot of you actually are starting to do nowadays, where if you pull the character, I guess it wouldn't be that much of a difference. When you pull the character, it has like a full wide effect for your account. That could be okay, because then you have to get the character once. Maybe you have to dupe it out to change it. It'll be more pay to win, right? Obviously, don't want to give any ideas, but you kind of get my point of like having that uniqueness towards the Grace. Another Merlin's pretty sick, because once again we got to a Super Awakening, so any little dupe will help. But yeah, if we get some sort of like new mechanic towards Graces, that'd be cool. The way Grand Cross did it was like almost perfect, because it's like in the association, they get the effect of the character. It's kind of like your like being lent down the power, like how obviously Mayo does towards Escanor. But I could just see it being something simple where it's just simply a double support passive, right? Obviously, the only time we have like 2 support passives in this game is when we have festivals, which is why I'm kind of saying 3 and 1. Lydia will probably the only one we need there. But yeah, I think was it only like Berserk Melee Festival, like we saw obviously Assault Melee didn't have 2 passives. Where I feel like if we're going to be getting Archangels, especially the DCL, it's got to have it. You can simply make the goddesses better, or just have a really good passive, make him a really good DPS character. That being said, he could be more of an actual support character. I think if anything, he could be the replacement of Goddess Elizabeth, because at least in Grand Cross he had that exact same shield. Yeah, I guess when it comes towards the other arcades like Sario and Tamiel, probably likely not going to be festival, because that means they'll have to release 6 months apart. They'll just do how they did obviously Assault Melee and just release both probably right next to each other, but obviously just being standard characters. But I gotta say, they both have Graces too, so they might not get that special treatment of getting a specific Grace passive like how probably Luducia is going to get. I hope they could do that anyway, but considering they didn't do it for Assault Melee, they're likely not going to do it for the Archangels, but maybe they change some things up a little bit. Who knows how you handle it? Or I guess what you could do is like how we have the trait system already in the game, where it's not a trait, but it's a Grace, so you can still use traits and Graces together, but you can only have 1 Grace per team. So if you have Luduciel, you can probably use like how you can in Grand Cross. You can use the other characters, but you can't have the 2 Grace passives, whatever that may be. Like Sariel, at least in Grand Cross, right? If you put him on your character, he gives you more crit, you do more damage on like crit defense, right? So imagine that was Sariel's actual passive in game for your whole team. That would be really sick, actually. We got over Merlin, we love that, because once again I think she's not lacking, but when it comes to those Tower Trials, I definitely can push I think a little bit further if we just got that basically extra 3% attack buff. Oh, there we go. Our first Escanor, and he's next to Galan too. What fitting character to put next to him. That took, how many that took? It took almost 100k. Yeah, we're definitely not awakening it. I guess some other characters to talk about a little bit is the Swallowed by Darkness. We did see Assault Melee got added towards that one. I feel like, I guess they didn't want to add it because then he wouldn't be as part of the 10 Commandments. But I thought he would have went in towards the other side of the 10 Commandments, because that technically is the other side of the melee, and he was part of the 10 Commandments. But if he was there, he would have to work with 10 Commandments, so they just kind of shoved him in towards the Swallowed by Darkness. So they're likely going to do that for obviously Assault Esterosa when he eventually comes, which we'll have to wait and see, because that means he's not going to be part of the other side of the 10 Commandments. I guess they can still throw him in there if they want him to, but I'm still hoping, because if you look at the other side of the 10 Commandments, the only... Oi! Another Escanor. The only character that... Wrong Jericho. The only character that got new artwork for the other side of the 10 Commandments was Darieri, and if we're being honest, there she is right there. She's probably the only one that deserved it, if you think about it, right? So, at least the way they released the characters in this game when it comes towards the Commandments, only Esterosa, Zeldris, and Darieri, they were the only 3 excluded from the launch of the game, because I guess they are considered the big hype characters, and even in Grand Cross, they were the big characters as well. Not so much Zeldris. Zeldris didn't really have a good history until like later years, but like... Darieri, Esterosa, big broken characters. So it really feels like those like the main Commandments. Those are the ones that sell. So those are the ones to put F in when it comes to this new artwork, which is maybe why they did that for the actual Darieri. So I'm hoping, yeah, they can do some new artwork, another side of the 10 Commandments for Zeldris and also Esterosa without making it festivals, and we can still get the festival counterparts later on where we do get the Assault Esterosa, which would be so cool to see in game. And if we're going to follow Grand Cross, at least what they did, they got Executioner Zeldris. Oh, I didn't mean a small Merlin. I forgot about her coming towards the game. That'd be cool. Don't know how. I guess she would just be like as small as like how we just saw that Elaine. Because there was a bug in game where she was really small. Yo, we're getting quite a few Merlins. I'm actually very happy about that. Might be a minute though before we see the small Merlin, just because she is I guess no, it wouldn't be transform, would it? I guess it would be transform. But like, I doubt they're going to put 2 Merlins in that section. They might just do the Holy War section and throw them all in there a little bit. But in terms of the Sin characters, we kind of spoke about it. Purdy Barn would be such a cool character to get. Who else would be? Harlequin will be king. Then you have Queen Diane. Golf, I guess, will be his massive suit, right? So he would kind of be like a tank character. I mean, to be fair, think about it. It's literally Dale, the armor guy right down there. Just Gopher's now plopped in the middle. So that'll be a really cool design as well. Like I say, you could do like the Ten Commandment Gopher as well. Where like you just kind of throw him in there. Is anyone else like... Barn doesn't really do anything. I mean, I guess you have Transcendence Barn, which is kind of funny because we have in the system already the Transcendence Barn. Someone pointed that out in my video when we revealed the new Transcendence Barn. What happens when we get our new Bond? Because he's called Transcendence Bond. So he's going to have 2 Transcendence Bonds. And what happens when he transcends the Transcended Bond? You know, it's going to make no sense. Okay, and I also do wonder as well, because I put it in the request. Because you can do like a developer Q&A. You can submit requests. They haven't answered it yet, I'm pretty sure. I submitted, I hope other people have submitted too. But I asked, you know, what are they doing for 4 nights? Yeah, we're getting quite a few melis. I actually do need him, because if you saw my video yesterday, we used a Sot Melee. Insane, actually. We pulled quite a few of him. We need him and Melly to be leveled up to clear that. But yeah, I asked if we're ever going to get 4 nights characters. Hopefully they respond at one point in the future. Yo, we're getting so many. That's crazy, actually. Because the rate is so low, by the way. Bear in mind, the more characters get added towards the game, the harder it gets to pull one particular character. And the amount of Mellies and actual, even Elaine's, but the amount of Mellies and Murders we're pulling is actually kind of crazy. I wish it was Escanor, but we've gotten 2, so we take that. 2 and 100k is not the worst. Oh my god, yeah, the Murders are crazy, bro. That's actually kind of unreal, actually. I mean, whenever we do these summons, we always pull like 1 or 2 characters the most. Luckily, this time it's for good characters, because normally it's an area or something, bro, or Fat King. One speed good though. Haven't got a draw. Is draw in the banner yet? He should. No, he should be. We haven't pulled draw once. Another one speed sick. But yeah, I guess when it comes towards 4 nice characters, how could they introduce it? I think the best thing might be when Origin drops, which to be fair is in a few months time from now, maybe towards the end of the year, right? That could be the best time, because I think right now what people want on Grand Cross, and you can still obviously get an art game, because that is by far the biggest, okay, there's a draw, that is by far the biggest 76 game we're ever going to get, one of the bigger anime games we're ever going to get as well, by the way. So they have to go all in on crazy on it, right? So even though I think everyone playing Idle Adventure will be playing Origin, but also they do the same thing how they did on Grand Cross, where they can get people from Origin to play Idle, and you get some gems or whatever it may be, right? But I think a lot of people want Grand Cross to release Tiore, which is obviously, if you've read 4 Nights Apocalypse, I've not even read it. If you've just been following the series of Origin, because you've already revealed it, it is one of the 7 daughters of the Yanning King. So, you know, I think everyone's assuming that Grand Cross is going to get her added to the game. Granted, we've already gotten a 4 nice character, so it's not like out of the blue, right? But they're going to probably likely get her when they're trying to release when they do release Series of Origin as like a joint collaboration a little bit, where I hope they do the same for us. So every game just gets Tiore. Even right now, I think they've shown it. If you pre-reg for the game, you get her, right? So that's like more likely going to be happening for maybe both our games. That'd be cool. But then obviously they have to release... I mean, I guess it's not even 4 nights. I mean, Tiore is obviously from 4 nights because we know her, I guess, from Origin first, but then she got introduced in Full Apocalypse. But technically, if it classing, even if she looks the same, but the timeline wise, it's not technically 4 nights Tiore because she's like 2-3 years older. Where so they could add her to the game, another one sweet. But then you kind of want to have Tristan too. And it's not even Kid Tristan, like how Grand Cross has it. It's teenage Tristan, the ones from the movie. And then you have the adult version, or not the adult version, the 16-year-old one, but the one from 4 nights. Like, there is 3 different characters there, basically, for Tristan. So maybe we just get a joint collab with that one. But I think Percival will probably likely come... I don't really have to wait to get every... Seven's character, like that's kind of how like Grand Cross did it. They kind of go in order because they get characters based on story mode, and we kind of are a little bit like we are going in that progression where obviously we got a Sot Melee, we get Escanor, right? Another Melee pretty sick. So we're like, well, now we're going to start getting the other characters. But then again, we got Merlin before there was characters, which was like from the final season. So we've kind of lost that track a little bit. So I think now, any point really, they can just start to add Percival. Percival would be very, very cool, man. If they were to do it, it likely would be I guess the one they did for Grand Cross first, right? It'll just be the one we just got a sword. I hope they skipped that one. I think we can just jump straight towards his little, you know, chibi form one where he's got the little all around him. They also have the little minions jumping around, his little mini Percivals. Let's get the funny Percival towards the game, and then that'll be really cool as well. And we can start getting the other side character. That'll be sick, man, because like we need more teams in this game. Another Merlin's crazy. It's not that we need more teams, but it, you know, it is fun a little bit, especially when it comes to like Brawl. Not that makes like we have to have it, but if you can have one team just full of sins and then one team full of 10 Commandments, and they've been slowly building 10 Commandments. We did think that Assault Melee would be the character to put the 10 Commandments together, but yeah, that's like not gonna happen now. I think the only way to ever do it is if it was a melee, it might be Traitor Melee, because that was technically part of the 10 Commandments. But I think I've given up on Melee being a 10 Commandment character. I think at this point we just have to wait for Berserk Esterosa, the other like Execution Zeldris, and maybe even some of the Demon Kings. Another Gluxin sick. No Escanors in a minute though, I can't lie. And yeah, again, the other Fortnite characters would be so cool, man, in the game. Like Tristan would be sick. And we get Gwen. I mean, I'm kind of freaking out. Gwen's not even on Grand Cross yet, man. They're going. I hope. I don't even hope, because Grand Cross, that's one of my biggest concerns right now. A little bit. It's not a concern. It's complaints about that game. Is that they're going so slow with Fortnite's Apocalypse characters. We get one if we're lucky every 2 months, and we haven't even got Donnie yet, which is crazy. And they started doing it over like a year and a half ago now, man. It's been so long, and we only got like 5-6 characters. And we start getting like Fortnite's Arthur. Fortnite's Arthur will be sick in game. But obviously, it won't be Fortnite's Arthur. It'll be end of 7th edition's Arthur. Another Merlin. Yo, we might have to tally up how much we've gotten of her. It might be like towards like 8 or 7. I mean, we can tell because I had 0 on the Sleep Awakening, so we'll see after how much we've gotten in 250k. There we go, Escanor. So we have 3 now. How close are we towards duping him? We need, like, what? 9 more? To get towards 12 star, which I could spend the dupes on towards him, but like I'm not in a rush right now. I think maybe I am a little bit. There's the content towards Tower Trials. You have to get past the one where she gets to get stunned, so you have to get to a point where she's so beefed up that one ultimate just kills the whole team. Or if they have some other better supports later on down the road for the blue teams or red teams even. But yeah, man, I think that might be kind of it. I rambled on quite a lot about characters. I thought there should be like a little small point towards the video, but like I could talk for so long about how many characters we can get towards this game. But just in terms of like first appearances, they're not. It's not that there aren't that many, because I guess there are quite a few. But you know, getting a new Merlin is already something we've already gotten in the game. Obviously, I guess the different ones would be the small one, because that would be like a full-on different model change a little bit. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, we've gotten that'll be other than Fortnite's characters, be like Alderman characters. Oh, you know we haven't got on yet. This is surprising to do for an anniversary, because I think he did it for Grand Cross. Hawk is playable. That would be kind of cool, right? Little, because I think there's a model. I'm pretty sure there's a model for him. Like in the actual artwork, like when the game first came out, the trailer, Hawk is there walking. I think with the sins. Granted, I think it is literally just like, is it? I don't think they ever used it, man. So I don't know. So there actually will be a playable Hawk. At least there should be a playable Hawk in the future. That'd be funny. Or he could just do what Grand Cross did a little bit, where he just do Hawk and Oslo to kind of spread them out a little bit. Oh, dual units too. Well, that's another topic of a point where we can start getting dual units in this game. I don't know how that work a little bit. Now you can, I guess it would work. You just be 2 characters on 1 slot. But you can imagine, I mean, maybe we said the same thing with Grand Cross too. When you have so many dual characters, and granted there aren't that many because only Grand Cross has gotten 2 now. And assuming you were going to copy Grand Cross, not get anything original, another Glux is sick. We have to follow their pattern, so we can only have 2 right now, and we're not going to get for obviously a while. But yeah, if you have like a full team of 10 of dual units, you have 20 characters on the field. That could be kind of annoying, but I think you can get away with it, though, right? Because even Grand Cross, you know, having what meant to be 4 characters on the field if it's 44, but it would be 3 characters if you don't include the back line, and then that is 6 characters on the board, which you can kind of do already right now. You think about it, because you put okay, nice, you get the Jericho 4-1. Wow, okay, absolutely useless though. Now, to be fair, I think Matrona and Zarathos, I do have to get them up a little bit. There are a few actual legendary characters that I still need to get duped out. I don't remember which one, but considering some of them have been in from launch, like even maybe Fraudrin, I haven't got them all towards Sleep Awakening, so this is probably actually a really good time we can level up some characters other than the newer ones, like how we did in the Grand Summer banner. But yeah, in Grand Cross, if you use like Oslo, Hawk, Diane King, and also Elizabeth and Melee, you can have technically, what would be 6 characters on the field. That would be kind of silly. But I think this game can get away with it though, because the chibi, you can imagine like Melee, Ellie just hugging each other a little bit. I think Diane and how would Diane and King work actually? That would be the weird one. I guess Diane would have to be a giant, but you got to shrink King down. But then King won't be the same. Could it be Harlequin? The perspective would be weird. Yeah, maybe they can't do Harlequin and King. Or I guess they'll just do the small... No, I guess you could actually. You just do small Diane, not the giant one. Because I think once you put the giant Diane next towards the Harlequin, who was meant to be the actual like human size, that could get kind of weird, right? So you probably likely won't do that. But all I have to say about characters, I think there's only one other character I would like to see that's like not ever in any of the gacha games, and that is the dark version of Elaine with the little like black dress. The only reason why I say that is because she's playable in the story mode, so they've gotten the outfit already in game. You can literally see her on Versa. So it'd be kind of cool just to give her a character. You don't have to mix up with some animations, but you have the actual outfit already made in game, so why not? To be fair, now that I'm thinking of it, because I just saw that at the end, there's possibly we could also get like Origin design characters in the game, because we already know Origin has unique artwork, right? One of them is Small Diane, but in a pink dress, which is artwork, or at least a character. It's not a character in Grand Cross, it's a costume in Grand Cross, where for Origin apparently just maybe separate Giant Diane, or maybe Giant Diane isn't even playable. They actually got that original artwork for her, which is very, very sick. So it'd be pretty cool if we can get that artwork in game. So like the artwork is different, but it's like classed as like Origin exclusive, and that will be their excuse to add, because we don't have costumes in the game, right? That will be their excuse to add the actual like pink outfit. Oh, another Merlin sick. Another Melly. This is crazy. We're actually just getting them too. Like I think every single time we get a Melly, we get we get an actual we get a Merlin right afterwards. But yeah, we can get that actual outfit in game. And I think is there any ones that we can see from memory? I'm not from the original artwork we've seen, not really. Other than maybe some new design we haven't seen. Like we do know they have Ben with Jericho, which is once again before she goes off to Fortnite to do the Fortnite stuff. So that's like a new design we could see in the game. Even the OC characters, I don't think they should put them in the game, but that's a possibility as well. Jericho's nice. I mean, we even said it when that new Gloxineer came out, and we can kind of complained about the artwork they used for the character, because it was based on the coin shop Sins, a little collection did in Grand Cross. But you have LRs in Grand Cross, right? So, and the way the LR's artwork look in that game is like, it literally is an almost different character, right? It's not even like apart from Lost Vein. Lost Vein is the only one that didn't get like a major upgrade. He just had the exact same artwork, but now added on more armor. Where if you go towards Galan changes completely. It is an upgrade towards the original outfit, but obviously the artwork completely changes. I mean, Gloxineer artwork completely changes as well. There we go. Finally, was that 4 in 200k? Okay, so we're 1 for 50. So by the time we end, we should at least get another Escanor. Yo, the Merlins though, man. I'm not complaining. Oh, the Endurers. Yeah. I tell you what, if we get the Endurers in this game, okay. I'm actually a bit worried for bro, hang on, that's happened way too many times now. Melee in towards the Merlin. Yo. I'm kind of scared now, actually. But yeah, if we get the Endura Darian 1 speed, yeah, that'll be hype, man. I mean, it's pretty much whenever we don't get characters, or at least when we get characters not from Grand Cross, is always a little bit more excitement, because it's like a new character. You're kind of seeing the artwork for the first time. So getting like the Endurers would be very cool, because we know they're playable already in Grand Cross, at least in boss fights and story mode, stuff like that. They're still not playable in game. And I don't know if it's like a choice on why you wouldn't do it. Like, I can't tell you why you would choose not to release them, but instead decide to release a Swimsuit Eastern, or even another Berserk Melee. But yeah, that could be a dual character. They might be saving Monspeed and Dario for a festival character when the time is right, but not for right now. I don't think they're the first pick when it comes to dual character festivals on Grand Cross. They have definitely got like top 5, top even 10. But when it comes to like, we've only gotten 2 dual characters on Grand Cross. I don't know if they can want to do Dario and Monspeed straight away. But that'd be very cool if we can get this at least separate, man. It's just more stuff for the artwork, bro. That's why I'm so excited for Origin. It's like, I love seeing new artwork of 76 characters, which is why I was so gassed, like, even for that Elaine. Just seeing new stuff, right? I don't mind when they decide to use artwork from Grand Cross when it's warranted, like getting a Salt Million Escanor. Of course, there's going to be the same artwork. It's already perfect, right? I'm not expecting to change it. And even like seasonal characters, like getting swimsuits. What I thought we were going to get swimsuit Diane. Who was the last seasonal character we got? Valentine Belascola? Like, yeah, makes sense. Do that one, right? It's a good artwork as well. But if we can make some more ones, that'd be sick too. Okay, we're actually putting quite a few lanes. I've not noticed her too much. Like, cause I'm not really chasing her, but we've pulled her quite a lot, actually, I've noticed. Not that Elaine, though. Once we will take, though, are we missing anyone that we kind of don't need, or, like, needed more of? Probably, I think it's just Escanor that we, like, really, really chasing. But I do wonder if we're going to wake any other characters, because I'm trying to push some CC right now, not for any big purpose. But, oh, okay, I should have joined the ranking, I hope I did. for the competition. But I assume everyone also is saving. Yeah, probably get more Valentes. But I assume everyone right now has saved tickets for Escanor. So we'll see if we're ranked 1 in our little leaderboard. Okay, double back-to-back there, double back-to-back Valentes good. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some more OCs. I'm not opposed to them. Especially if they're in Eastern, she looks very, very cool. The artwork is really sick. But yeah, I think that... Did they try to build a 10 Commandment team? Not really. They're not really trying to build a 10... But did they try and build... Okay, hang on. Merlin's next? Okay. But yeah, they did try and build... They're not really trying to build a... What were they? The OC Catastrophe team. But they are making the Catastrophes to counter Sins. I think both of them say it. Like, if you attack Sins, you stun them, like, or silence them, like how obviously the Lilia does. I think the Valenti silences, I think, the Sins. So they are making the Catastrophe team to counter towards Sin characters. So that's what I kind of like. We want more team building, right? We don't want to throw everyone on towards the Sins. So we do... Yo, hang on. Okay, whenever we see that melee, I'm getting a bit excited. We're going to get an actual Merlin straight after it. I don't know how to do the Catastrophes, though, because there's only 7 of them. And so if you are making a full team, it's kind of tricky to do. Unless you want to do the Nightmare stuff. Sapnak getting game would be very cool as well, so I wouldn't mind that. Like, the OCs in moderation is fine. Like, we've done 1 year, and we've gotten 2 of them. To be fair, that actual Lilia one was very, very cool because once again, new artwork, right? I don't think we needed new artwork for Valenti, but I would have much preferred they just kind of skipped that current Valenti and went straight in towards the Mark II design because it's a lot better. I think for Eastern, if we get her, I would like the summer one, but then we also have the new Awaken one, which I think I prefer her design a bit more. So I guess, if anything, just jump towards the Awaken one. Honestly, pretty much all of the Awaken designs for the Catastrophes, granted there aren't that many of them, right? Should be the designs they go for straight away. Maybe other than Lydia, because to be fair, yeah, the Awaken Lydia will be good too. But I don't mind them doing original Lydia first, because she's like the main character in a sense. We're like... I don't think we need 2 Valentes. I don't think we need 2 Monos. I don't think we need 2 Easterns. So just jump straight in and give us the Awaken ones, right? Especially if we're only going to get 1, maybe like 5-6 months. Is that how long it's basically taken now to get 2? All right, some good legendaries there, but none that we kind of need. At least that from memory. I think maybe Slater and Gila we need to get up a little bit because they are like knighthood boss characters now. People have clocked on to a new strat. So we kind of need to get them up just to get some more accuracy in the characters. Ooh, maybe one of the better summons of today, I think. Like 2 characters you actually wanted. I think that might be one of the better ones. So yeah, we can come... I think my Jericho, I'm pretty sure, was 4 away from getting a new Awakening. So I'm pretty sure she got ranked up. The reason why I hadn't used any Awakened tokens on towards her is just because, why would you? She's blue. I'm going to use that towards Escanor, right? We're not going to waste it onto her. Quite a few bonds today, I've noticed. But we don't really need them. I mean, still a Super Awakening, but, you know, I'm not chasing them. Elizabeth is completely fine. I think she might be Awakening now. We'll see afterwards. Oh, okay, there's the 50k. I literally said it's like 1 in 50. We get 1 in guarantee and 50 summons. And I think we started... That's kind of scary, actually. I think we had 253k. So we literally did it on like the 50k mark. That's crazy, actually. All right, so it's probably going to wrap up the summons. I hope we got quite a few Awakenings here. All right, I'm not going to bore you a lot with these tickets because it's still the special summon ticket 1, which like... I think everyone here's max now. Like, we need to move on, bro, boys. We're on, like, special ticket 4, bro. Let's at least always go back when we get a new festival. So, I think right now we're on 4. This should be free. And then once we get 5 with the next festival, this should then change to 4. To be fair, not even... That's the bare minimum. They should at least, if anything, if they add new tickets to the game, let us have the most updated ticket. Because I can't believe we're still on 1. All right, we just quickly open them. I'm pretty sure we're just going to get anyone. Yeah, we kind of have them maxed out. All right, guys, let's check our little spoilers here. What do we get? Who do we awaken? We awakened quite a few, to be fair. Max awakening on towards Elizabeth and Elaine. We love to see that. Jericho is almost maxed now too. New awakening on towards obviously Melly. But yeah, really good actually, because like I said, we need to awaken some characters. Who's else like really close? I don't think we've double awakening on anyone. We do not. Melly might be the closest. Wow, we just got him towards a new awakening. I wonder if we literally pulled like 10 copies of him. It must have been quite a lot. Jericho, we just got max awakening, or like literally the right number. But you can see my like how unlucky I've been with some characters like Nanishi. Like look at Valenti. She came out. Granted, I did a summons for her, but like her and even Gloxinia are so high now. Unfortunately, 2 away from Glux. We kind of wanted that. The Melly's really good though. All right, how much Merlins did we get? So we put 11 Merlins. That's kind of impressive actually. What about Escanor? So 5 Escanors. I think we pulled 11. We would have been a bit more chuffed. So I kind of wish the roles were reversed to get more actual Escanors. But, you know, that's not too bad. You know, he's almost max anyway, so we're kind of fine. And now he's not in every banner. So when we summon the next character, we can get more copies of him as well. If I think I have a few of these, can guarantee Merlins. Is there any Escanor ones that I think I've used them all as well. So yeah, guys, Daily resets in like 5 minutes. I got to do my daily. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Bit of a longer one. We had a lot to talk about in terms of characters. I can kind of do it to like, it basically was like a mini podcast. I didn't think it would take that long, but I think I'll start like 40, 50 minutes talking about characters and stuff about this game. So guys, thank you for watching, and yeah. Peace.